Hey there, everyone. How you doing? Um, this is going to be a Wikipedia deep dive, if you can even call it that, of Elric versus Geralt. I want to point some things out. I was reading about these on Wikipedia, as I often do for a baseline of knowledge, and they left some things out. um, Fictional history, influences. See this big thing of influences. Big thing of influences. uh like again, like they make in the two articles that I'm going to read, they make Michael Moorcock look like more of a plagiarist than Sapkowski. Now, if anyone saw the Elric plagiarism or the Witcher plagiarism video that Razorfist did, that's the base knowledge I'm going off of, is that video. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to know about it, watch it, whatever you got to do, and we will get into this a little bit. Um, so, um, but yeah, actually, I think it'd be best if I start with The Witcher. Weitzman redirects here for these to see Weitzman disambiguation and The Witcher disambiguation. Weitzman is very similar to Weitzmann, which is German for hunter, huntsman. Weitzmann, hunter. So it's very similar in words to the hunter. Okay. Which, I mean, I don't know what's more, you know, better, The Witcher or the Hunter. But anyways, Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski. The series revolves around the titular Witcher, Geralt of Rivia. In Sapkowski's work, Witchers are beast hunters who develop supernatural abilities at a young age to battle wild beasts and monsters. Do they develop these via trial, I wonder? Reminds me of someone else I know. Uh, the books have been adapted into a film, The Hexer, two television series, The Hexer and The Witcher, a trilogy of video games, you already know that shit, and a graphic novel series. The series of novels is known as The Witcher Saga. The short stories and novels have been translated into numerous languages, including English, German, French, Italian, Spanish, Russian, and Chinese. Okay, English and German. You don't say. I will say this. Elric of Melniboné is very popular in France, Germany, and America. These three specifically. Especially, you may not believe it, French. Elric is really big in France. Really big. I forget his name, but there was a French author who did a series of, or not Arthur, artist, sorry, a French artist who did a series of Elric comics, graphic novels. And Michael Moorcock loved them so much, he called it the official representation of Elric. That's how much he loved the French adaptation of his story. Which I've read the Ruby Throne comic, which is pretty good. It's basically the first third book, basically. I've read that book. I don't remember the ending to save the life of me. I believe he gets Stormbringer at that one. I forget, but I remember him needing you to use potions. Right, that was a big thing with Elric at the beginning of the story. He needed potions, and without his potions, his cousin Irkun just tosses him off the fucking boat and leaves him to die in the middle of the fucking bay, right? So, but once he gets Stormbringer, he doesn't need potions anymore. Then he uses potions to enhance his eyesight or to get balls out fucking crazy. you know, like uh from fucking dragon venom and shit. Fucking you know. Anyways, back to The Witcher, described as having a cult following in Poland and the Central and Eastern European countries. The video games have been very successful. As of 28 May 2020, The Witcher series has sold over 50 million copies worldwide. That is impressive, especially for a shit game. um, Overview of the books. I will say this: some of the titles are very similar. Sword of Destiny, Sword and Sorcery. Baptism of Fire. I forget the other one, but it's something to do with fire. Um, Quite a few of these are, very similar in title to Elric stories. Very similar. Not exact ripoffs, but the themes are similar, right? Both about fire, both about swords, both about elves, all sorts of stuff. So, the Witcher stories, Andrzej Sapkowski was first published in Polish science fiction and fantasy magazine Fantastica, beginning in the mid 1980s. 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 That's when that came out. When did Elric come out? I wonder. When was his first appearance? 1961. You don't say. Yeah. I'll be doing this a lot for comedic effect. Um, yeah. Um, Title Elric the Eighth, 428th Emperor of Melniboné. Occupation Emperor, Sorcerer, Warrior, Melnibonéan. Nationality. Um, so, um, in addition to his skills with herbs, Elric is an accomplished sorcerer and summoner, an emperor of Melniboné. Only in the first book was he an emperor. Every other fucking time, he was a mercenary. In the two prequels, book 2 and 3, which are both prequels, the first book is really the third one in the series. Then you got the first and the second book, which is the second and third book. I know it's basically Star Wars. It's all over the place. Who knows where the fuck the timeline is? Who knows what the fuck? It's basically Star Wars. As Emperor Melniboné, Elric is able to call for aid upon the traditional patron of the Melnibonéan emperors, Arioch, a lord of chaos and duke of hell. From the first story, Elric uses ancient pacts and agreements with not only Arioch, but various other beings, some gods, some demons, to help him accomplish his tasks. Elric's finding of the sword Stormbringer serves as both his greatest asset and greatest disadvantage. The sword confers upon Elric strength, health, and fighting prowess, allowing him to do away with his dependence on drugs. So, about that only needing drugs to survive thing, but it must be fed by the souls of intelligent beings. In the end, the blade takes everyone close to Elric, and eventually Elric's own soul as well. They both died the same way. They both died the same way, guys. They both get stabbed in the chest. Okay. You know what? I can just say fuck it and do. Okay. Again, the influences. They Melbonate, Brecht. Um, he cited Poul Anderson, American science fiction author, began his career in the 1940s. 21st century. Anderson authored several works. God, 21st century. Several works of fantasy, historical novels, and short stories. His awards include 7 Hugo Awards and 3 Nebula Awards. I always want to say Nubella. I don't know why. 3 Hearts and the 3 Lions, and Fletcher Pratt's The Well of the Unicorn. Okay, yeah, they cite all these different references or influences for Elric. And it's just interesting to me how they go to cite all of these influences in the Elric page, but not in the Witcher page. Setting, background, major characters, geography, language, translation, the name Witcher, adaptations, more books, film and television, video games, card games, board games, references. Yeah, doesn't say a butt fucking thing about his influences. We don't know Sapkowski's influence. I wonder why. Because and I believe he has said in the past, uh, or in some comic he cited Elric as being an influence. Um, so, but later on he recanted his I don't want to say testimony. It sounds like he's on a court of law here, but he basically recanted that he was influenced by Elric. The magic is the same. They both use runic sign language to summon the elements. They both use potions to enhance their abilities and fighting prowess. you know, I mean, they're both the white wolf for the same reasons. The same raisins. They're the white wolf for sacking a city and shanking a bitch you used to bone down with, as Razor put it. Um, you know, like, again, just, oh my god, they are so similar. But yeah, Weitzman, I don't know about the Polish word Weitzman. Um, Weitzman, yeah, uh, actually be Weitzman, Weitzman, if I'm looking at that correctly, Weitzman. But Weitzman is very similar to Weidsmann. Weitzmann's Heil is a Rammstein song. It means, I think, salute. Is it salute? Salute to the huntsman, I believe is what it translates into. So that's a way to remember it. um, so yeah. Books have been adapted. Okay, I read all that. Okay, again, like just The Witcher, they don't mention anything about his influences at all. The stories, the saga. And by the way, for some reason, the conjoinment of the spheres or the consignment of the spheres, or whatever the fuck it's called, is mentioned in The Witcher, but not in the Elric page. Not mentioned at all. Now, here's kind of why I'm making this video. I've seen people in Witcher forums talk about this as if, well, it's just a few minor similarities here and there. It's just a few, you know, they take potions, but for different reasons, right? Well, they have the conjoinment of the spheres, but I'm not going to mention that because it's important to the plot, right? Like, okay, just throw that into the fucking wind, why don't we? Fucking okay, like, you know, again, they don't want to, you know, they don't want to mention that. Role-playing games, comics, music, and film stories have been continuously in print since the 1970s. I want to get more of these books. They're a bitch to get. Oh my god, they are so hard to get, but they are worth it. I listened to Elric and Melniboné, the first book, which was, I believe, printed in 73, I believe. That's the actual novel book. That I listened to the whole thing. I don't remember much after him signing a pact with Arioch. I don't remember much after that. Was it Arioch he signed the pact with? I forget. He signed a pact with someone. And he comes back to the fucking Ruby Throne and is like, Irkun, motherfucker, I'm here to fight you. and then they like lock Irkun up and shit, and I forget what happens after that. But you know, being a reluctant spell sword, both characters do, right? Both main characters, they are reluctant spell swords, reluctant mercenaries. They're both called the White Wolf, and they're both albino. They both use runic sign language to cast magic. They both are excellent swordsmen. Now, I don't think Geralt has a runic sword, but he does have a sword made of silver used for hunting monsters. They both carry one sword into battle. And if you think Geralt doesn't, you're thinking of the games, not the books. Anyone else remember that episode of The Simpsons where comic book guys like, your pins are on the wrong side and your hair's all fucked up and shit for a little kid girl? And then she's like, well, I'm talking about the books, motherfucker. And everyone's like, oh, you got owned, you motherfucker. And it was weird. Like, it was fucking weird. Simpsons got weird on us. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm just full of spryness today. My jaw was killing me yesterday, so I might not make this a long one. I gotta make like 2 more videos. I gotta record like 2 or 3 more videos, but my jaw has been fucking killing me. Oh my god. I'm on drugs too. I'm on fucking Norco and Oxycontin, and my jaw's still killing me. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if I've got new arthritis in my jaw or what. I might have TMJ, who knows? Yeah, who the hell knows? I'm on all sorts of drugs, man. Damn. I'm a fucking pharmacy. Just check my blood. I'm getting way off topic. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, First appeared in print in Moorcock's novella. I almost said novella. I thought like the Spanish broadcasts and shit, you know, where Suzanne is married to Enrico, and Enrico has a love affair with Suzanne's cousin. Like, you know, like fucking, you know, novella The Dreaming City, science fantasy number 47, June 1961. Moorcock's doomed albino antihero is one of the better known in fantasy literature. Albino antihero. Oh, it's separate things. Okay. I thought it was just one thing. Like, oh, I wonder what that'll bring up. Let's check antihero. Is a main character in a story who lacks conventional heroic qualities and attributes such as idealism, courage, and morality. Though antiheroes may sometimes perform actions that are morally correct, it is not always for the right reasons. Other often acting primarily out. Okay. And I think that's Clint Eastwood from... Is that the Dollars trilogy? I want to say it's a Dollars trilogy. Was he in the Fistful of Dollars? I'm not sure. Anyway, I might be thinking of a different film. I'm sorry. But yeah, I like westerns. Yeah, fantasy literature. Albino. Let's look at that. Albinism is the congenital absence of any pigmentation or coloration in a person, animal, or plant, resulting in white hair, feathers, scales, and skin, and pink eyes in mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish, and invertebrates as well. Varied use and interpretation of the terms mean that... Oh, okay. It cuts off. But yeah, again, there's an albino right there, an albino gator. And it's the color of a bleached skull, which look at that. So Elric is albino. Now, I know a lot of Witcher fanboys want to act as if Geralt's not an albino, or he's not a sorcerer or whatever. He's called an albino in the games, in the books. It's written in the fucking creed. Like, it's all over the place. Like, he's referred to as an albino many times. You know? And Elric is not a master spellcaster. He's not a master sorcerer. He doesn't like magic. He's a reluctant magician. He's a reluctant hero. He's very reluctant in his quests. So is Geralt. Geralt's very reluctant, especially if you see the fucking series where he's bitching at that one chick like, well, I don't need to fucking work for you. Fuck you, motherfucker. Jesus. Like, it just big dick motherfucker. Like, you know, like being all dick and shit. Fucking, you know, just, yeah. And again, look at all these influences. That's a fucking paragraph. That's 3 paragraphs, actually. That's 3 paragraphs for influences. On the one that's not plagiarism, but the one that is plagiarism, not a fucking mention of their influences. Not a fucking mention. The name Witcher, see also Fedmach. Sapkowski chose Witzman as the male equivalent of the Polish word for witch, Witzma. In his book 2005 book interview Historia I Fantastica, Sapkowski noted that the word witcher is a natural male version of the English word witch. It is. And implied that the similarity between those 2 words, as well as between the German terms, I'm assuming that Weizmann, hunter, I'm assuming that's what he's referring to, was the inspiration coining Witzman as a new Polish word. Polish video game designer Adrian Szamalarz claimed to have invented the transaction of Witzman into English as Witcher around 1996 to 97. Hey, no kidding. Although Witzman is now usually translated into English as Witcher, an earlier translation of the title was Hexer. Again, I'm bilingual, okay? I speak German and English. I look at that word and I see Weizmann. Just whole cloth, I see Weizmann. It's so spelt like it. Like, you know, Viedmanns, Weizmann, which means huntsman, hunter, you know, like Weizmann. It's a profession, it's, you know, hunter. So it would have been cooler if he said, oh, it's the Polish rendition of the German word, which is hunter, which they're hunters and they hunt monsters and all that stuff. That would have been cooler instead of, oh, I just coined my own word. Look at me, how smart I am. Like, that's kind of what he did. Like, you know, what else was I going to say? Title of the 2001 film adaptation and the first official English translation in the 2000 short story collection Chosen by Fate, Zajdel Award winner anthology. Hexi and Hexer are the German words for female and male witch, respectively. Hexi and Hexer. Yeah, basically. CD Projekt used Witcher for the title of its 2007 English release of the video game, and Danusia Stock used it in her translation of Ostatine Zaxenia that was published the same year. I can pronounce things I never even knew existed. I got a really good tongue. Just don't ask Ale. Anyways, whoops. Michael Candle, however, used Spellmaker in his 2010 translation of Witzmann's short story for a Book of Polish Monsters anthology. Here's the big problem. And here's why Michael Moorcock will probably never sue these bastards. They are backed by the entire butt-fucking Polish government. And actually, Moorcock is British, is he not? Because I know Milne Benet was in an allegory for the UK. Same with fucking Elder Scrolls for some reason. The High Elves are Britain, England, right? So in both fucking stories. But I mean, I'm not sure. Is Michael Moorcock? Actually, let's look that up right now. Okay, Michael Moorcock. Interesting how him and I have similar last names. They both mean of the moor. Okay, born London, England. Okay, so he's British. Okay, Michael Moorcock and the Deep Fix. Albums: The New World's Fair, An Alien Heat, Roller Coaster Holiday. He has albums? What the fuck? Damon Knight Memorial Grand Master Award. Ooh, that sounds pretty. John W. Campbell Memorial Awards, World Fantasy Award. Michael Moorcock, The Thoughts and Fancies of a Fake Geek Boy. What? Part of me expects to go on forever. Michael Moorcock at 80. Oh my god. Yeah, Okay, look. There's been a lot of death going on lately. I've lost 2 people this year alone. Actually, not even this year, just since I moved to fucking Iowa. An ex of mine's dad, who had a very serious medical disorder, very serious. Like, he couldn't wipe his own ass. That's how serious he was impaired. He succumbed to his illness. And my godfather, Jim Rounds, died of either dementia or old age. Hard to say which. He thought I was still in high school. I graduated a long time ago, but he thought I was still in high school. He thought my father was still in the military, and he retired like a year after I graduated, maybe 2 years, maybe like very shortly after I graduated, he retired. So, English writer and musician, primarily of science fiction and fantasy, who has also published literary novels. He is best known for his novels about the character Elric Wiki, a seminal influence on the field of fantasy since the 1960s and 70s. Elric Wiki, Stormbringer, the Eternal Champion. The Eternal Champion and Witchers are basically the same thing. They both fight the forces of chaos to allow the forces of order to spread. They both hunt monsters and shit. Neither of them want to hurt dragons for some weird fucking reason. Back to 1896. Wow. 18th December. Wow, no kidding. My parents' wedding anniversary is, I think, around that time. 16th or 18th of December. It's around that time. English writer and musician, primarily of science fiction fantasy. Okay, editor of the British science fiction magazine New Worlds from May 64 until March 71, and then again from 76 to 96. Wow, 20 years. Moorcock fostered the development of the science fiction new wave in the UK and indirectly in the United States, leading to the advent of cyberpunk. His publication of Bug Jack Barron, 69, by Norman Spinrad as a serial novel was notorious. Interesting. So yeah, this is Michael Moorcock. Who did this again? Sapkowski, I believe. I always forget this dude's fucking name. I always forget this dude's fucking name. Oh, I can just click there. Okay, whatever. Andrei Sapkowski. Age 72 compared to Moorcock being 80. Okay, so they're about the same age, give or take. Um, Andrei Sapkowski, born 21st June 1948. Oh, that's a bad year to be Polish. Is a Polish fantasy writer. He's best known for his book series The Witcher. His books have been translated into over 20 languages. Hot damn. 20 languages. That's impressive. If only he wrote it himself. Then I'd be even more impressed. Okay. Biography. Sapkowski studied economics at the University of Lodz, and before turning to writing, he had worked as a senior sales representative for a foreign trade company. He started his literary career as a translator. He was a translator. Keep that in mind. He was in particular of science fiction. He was a translator. Okay? He would determine, since I believe he was under the Iron Curtain when he wrote The Witcher, he was in charge as a translator in a lot of Soviet nations. Translators were in charge of making things more communist friendly, making things, tweaking stories, changing a minor detail here, changing a minor detail there, slightly adjusting the story to fit in a socialist Soviet narrative. That is very much the work of translators in anywhere that has the Iron Curtain. Um, and you learn that very easily just by studying the Cold War. I mean, it's all over the place. He says he wrote his first short story, The Witcher, Witzman, also translated The Hexer or Spellmaker, on a whim. On a whim. In order to enter a contest by Polish science fiction and fantasy magazine Fantastica. This part I believe. This part I believe. I do believe this. In order to enter a contest by Polish science fiction and fantasy magazine Fantastica. But on a whim. More like you stole it on a whim. The whim part's right. Again, usually when people lie, there's like a hint of truth in there to make it more believable. Right? Any decent liar can tell you that. Which I suck at being, but whatever. In order to enter, yeah, I read that. In an interview, he said that being a businessman at the time and thus familiar with marketing, he knew how to sell, and indeed, he won the third prize. Okay, the story was published in Fantastica in '86, and it was enormously successful both with readers and critics. Sapkowski has created a cycle of tales based on the world of The Witcher, comprising 3 collections of short stories and 5 novels. The cycle and his other works have made him one of the best-known fantasy authors in Poland in the 1990s. The main character of The Witcher is Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter trained for this since childhood. He went through trials, didn't he? Geralt exists in a morally ambiguous universe. Wow, that sounds familiar. Yet manages to maintain his own coherent code of ethics. Yeah, that sounds familiar too. At the same time, cynical and noble. I'm drawing on something. Geralt has been compared to Raymond Chandler's signature character, Philip Marlowe. Really? Only Philip Marlowe. That's the only fucking character we thought he was anyway like. Oh my god. The world in which these adventures take place is heavily influenced by Slavic mythology. Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. I gotta get more into Slavic mythology just to debunk that, because I fucking doubt that. I fucking doubt that. Sapkowski's books have been translated into Czech, Georgian? What's Georgian? Kartvelian language spoken by Georgians. It is the official language of Georgia. Georgian is written by the Georgian script. At the Black Sea. Oh, it's near Russia and Armenia. Okay, that's all you had to tell me. It's near Russia and Armenia. That's all you had to tell me. um, English translation of The Last Wish short story collection was published by Galunks in 2007. From 2008, The Witcher Saga is published by Galunks. The English translation of Sapkowski's novel Blood of Elves won the David Gamble Legend Award in 2009. In 2001, a television series based on the Witcher cycle was released in Poland and internationally entitled Witzman, the Hexer, a film by the same title, was compiled from excerpts of the television series, but both have been critical and box office failures. Oh my god. Really? Probably because we realized your phony ass. The Polish game developer CD Projekt Red created a role-playing game series based on the Witcher universe. The first game, titled simply The Witcher, was first released in October 2007. The first one is the most apparent in its plagiarism. The third one, not so much. The third one, they give him a beard and they give him a ponytail and they fuck up his face even more and they give him a six pack and they give him a tan and they flesh out his skin and they give him two swords and all sorts of shit. And has no one else noticed that the swords that are designed for both characters have the same hilt guard? Has no one else noticed that? Am I the only one? Am I the only sword nut here? Like fucking okay. Wild Hunt, May 2015. May 2017, Netflix commissioned The Witcher, an English language adaptation of the book series, The Witcher television series. Fuck. Oh god. Ah, Jesus. Ah, ah. Jesus Christ. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just a flare up. Fuck, that hurt. Oh god, that was right in my side too. Oh boy. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you guys. Fuck. Ow. Fuck, that hurt. Okay. God, it's like being stabbed all over again. Sapkowski admitted that The Witcher was created at the request of his son, who was an avid reader of the Polish Fantastica magazine. Okay, then. In an interview, Sapkowski mentioned that his favorite writers included Ernest Hemingway, Mikhail Bulgakov, Raymond Chandler, and Umberto Eco. You forgot a guy named Moorcock. I love their style, but I know I can never match them. He also asked about feminism. When also asked about feminism, Sapkowski said, I believe that the feminine element dominates in nature. Women are generally stronger than men. All power of this world should be in the hands of women. Oh my god. Oh my, he's a cuck. Oh my god. Wow, that's all you need to know, man. That's all you need to know. Life, the world are too serious to leave it in our hands. He resides in his hometown of Lodz in central Poland. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck? Gotta jab that poison in there. Oh my god, man. He's a cuck. Oh my god. He's a cuck for feminism. Oh god. Again, feminism is not a good thing. It's not about equality. It's not about human rights. It's about hatred and subjugation. That's all it's about. Okay? That's all it's ever been about. Pentology, standalone novels, Hussite trilogy, Tower of Fools, Warriors of God, Lux Perputia, Eye of Irhedes, Oko Irhedisa. Huh. The World of King Arthur, Malady, an essay and an illustration short story set in Arthurian mythology. Manuscript discovered in a dragon's cave. Fantasy Encyclopedium Compendium. I know about that. I've heard about that. In a dragon's cave, yeah. So that's not fucking once does he mention Moorcock. Not fucking once does he mention Elric at all. Not fucking once does he mention his. Look, if he just came out and said, "Yeah, I was inspired," right? Then we would overlook most of the blatant ripoff that is The Witcher. We would overlook most of it, right? If he just came out and said, "Yeah, I just needed to write a story and I couldn't think of one, so I just jotted down the Elric story and changed a few details and made it my own," right? If he just came out and said that, which is what I believed happened, especially by reading this fucking article, then, okay, we all make mistakes. But he can't do that, because if he does that, he'll be a fraud. He'll probably lose most, if not all, of his money that he got from CD Projekt Red, who helped him cover it up, by the way. Again, as the games progress, they, you know, get less and less blatant rip-offy, you know, but still pretty rip-offy. Yeah, other derivative works. Oh, I read that one. Okay, yeah, Last Wish, Netflix commission, Polish game developer. Yeah, that's created at the request of his son, who was an avid reader of the Polish Fantastica magazine. That I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second. I think, and this is just my opinion, guys, so take it with a grain of salt, but this is what I think happened. I think, actually, if I can find where he said that, um, if I can fucking move my mouse without hitting the fucking buttons. Okay. I think this statement is wholeheartedly true. The Witcher, uh, um, okay, he says he wrote his first short story, The Witcher, on a whim in order to enter a contest by Polish science fiction and fantasy magazine Fantastica. That I believe. That makes sense. That sounds true. He saw, hey, Fantastica's doing a fantasy uh, contest. Cool, that's a great idea. I can't, but I don't know any stories. What can I present? I know. I just translated this fucking Elric dude, so I might as well just change the name to Geralt. Uh, get rid of Stormbringer and keep everything else the fucking same, and change a few names around and say it's all about Slavic mythology and nothing about some shit some UK dude wrote in the fucking 60s. And there you go. Now I'm a contest winner. Now I got money. Now I have a career. Did he write anything the fuck else? Did he write anything the fuck else? Let's check all the way down here. Did he? Official site, Internet Speculative Fiction Database, Canon of Fantasy Literature. Okay. Let's check this. Let's check this. What else did he write? Because I'm seeing all this shit from The Witcher, and he did a whole book series, he did a show, he did a game series, which was glitchier than a $2 whore, or I should say crabbier than a $2 whore, but you get what I mean. And just, oh my god, like, the whole thing was just crazy. Oh wow, this is in fucking Polish. Whoa, shit. Yeah, so... Wait, what? That's the Ruby Throne. That right there is the Ruby Throne. Oh my god, what? What? What am I looking at? If only I knew fucking Polish. Fucking... I only speak German. What the I'm the wrong Germanic! Fuck. Jeez, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I'm just scrolling, guys. I ain't finding dick. I ain't finding a damn thing. But on this site that's in Polish, so I'm assuming it has something to do with the Polish author, Elric is right there. I'm assuming that means buy or available or something like that. Damien. Elric Zimilbone. Dlaczego warto Przyszytiak. God, my Polish is rusty. I might have butchered that. Who knows? Polish is basically if German got fucked in the ass by French. Is basically what it is. Okay? That's basically what it is. So, you know. But that right there in the fucking corner. If I only knew what the fuck all this was, I mean, maybe it would tell me, you know, Is there a translation for this fucking site? I don't know. But this was on his page. I just clicked on a link. I came to this site. Canon Literary Fantasy Wittlung Andreas Sapkowski. I'm assuming that's the same dude. And right there, on the fucking side, the Ruby Throne, the comic, the Ruby Throne. Right fucking there. Right fucking there. On his fucking page. He's advertising what he plagiarized. The sweet fucking chutzpah of this motherfucker. Oh my god. You need 2 wheelbarrows for those pendulous fucking balls. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's that canon of fantasy literature under Sapkowski. That's what I clicked on. Okay. Canon of fantasy literature. And it showed a picture. I don't know what the fuck it said, but it showed a picture of the comic that I actually own a copy of. So I know what this is. I actually own a physical, tangible copy of the Ruby Throne. The one, the comic one, not the novel, but the comic. Which the novel's just called Elric Wiki, so it's whatever. But still, like, let's check his official site. Check his official site. I don't normally do all this during a video. I normally do this beforehand, but I didn't think to go this deep in the rabbit hole, guys. I really didn't. Oh shit. My Wi-Fi's down. Fuck. My internet sucks ever since Corona. Oh my god. No internet access. Fucking dick. Okay, it's connected. Alright. Sapkowski. Andre Sapkowski is owned by John Makanaki? Makanaki, that's a metal name. Oczewom Savisu Andre Sapkowski Zone. Andre Sapkowski. Melody. Vitsa. It's all in fucking Polish. What the fuck? Sapkowski. Naranturum, Lux Perpetua, Boise Boyowinski, Elves, see Elves. Okay, so he wrote more than just Witcher. Okay. But the only one that he's written that's in English is Witcher. That's interesting. Why not make all these in English? Why retire on your plagiarism? Why not retire on your actual fucking graces? I mean, you got your foot in the door because of a fucking Elric ripoff. So just make something else. Publish that. You know, I mean, category. Jeez, if only I knew fucking Polish. So he's written other books, but I don't know when they were written. I don't know. I believe they were written post, hence after Witcher. I believe. Other works, 95 to 2001. Okay. Hussite Trilogy, 2002, 2020, 2004, 2006. Standalone novel, Season of Storms, 2013. Pentology. Pentology? Blood of Elves, 94. English, 2009. Time of Contempt, English, 2013. 95. Baptism of Fire, 96. 2014. Tower of Swallows. Swallows. 97. May 2016. Lady of the Lake, 99. Okay, so all of this was written. Everything he wrote was after he came up with The Witcher. So if he didn't plagiarize in the first place, he probably wouldn't even be a fucking author. He probably wouldn't be. He probably wouldn't be. He probably wouldn't even be an author. God knows. We probably never would have even heard of the motherfucker if he didn't copy fucking Elric. You know, that was his earliest work. And he won third prize. Oh my God. It's one thing to steal someone's work, cold cut cloth, but it's another to do it and get third fucking place. Really? Fucking really? Oh my God. Like, it's one thing to steal another man's art, but to steal it so badly you get third fucking prize? Oh my God. Jeez. I think that's about it. My jaw's starting to hurt again, so I gotta make like 2 more videos. God. Jeez. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed going down the wormhole with me. So yeah, that was a little bit about Sapkowski. The feminist shill. They're always feminists. That's not a coincidence, people. That's not a coincidence. I mean, look at this miserly, pudgy fuck. Like, what does he need feminism for? He ain't getting laid. Is he even married? Language Polish, citizenship Polish, University of Lodz, period, 86 to present, fantasy, no books, Witcher Saga, Hussite trilogy. Yeah, all written after The Witcher. Age 72, Lodz, Poland. I don't even know if he's married. I mean, feminists don't usually get married, and if they do, it usually doesn't last very long. But yeah, this is the man, people. This is the man you are defending, who stole cut cloth, like yanked it in front of God, Job, and the witnesses. Everyone saw him do it, and you motherfuckers can't get over that. You can't. You can't be like, well, I like The Witcher, but Elric did happen first. If only I knew about it beforehand. Instead of feeling betrayed or cheated, you feel vindicated somehow. How the fuck does that work? You feel vindicated that some dude was a fucking cheater? You know? It's like he's the smart kid. Andrei Sapkowski's the smart kid, and Moorcock is the actual smart kid that no one really believes is smart. And Moorcock writes a fucking essay, very elaborate, all his own idea. Sapkowski looks over his shoulder, jots the whole fucking thing down. Sapkowski gets an A+ gold star, and Moorcock gets sent to the fucking library. That's basically what happened. In literary form. That's basically what happened. And everyone's okay with it. Because a video game franchise was made. Like, oh my God. Does no one remember Gamergate? Does no one remember that? The big thing with it was people saying gamers are dead. What did those gamers do immediately after all the fussle died down? What did they do? They told MRAs, you should stop the label. You are dead. You're making it look bad. Okay, that's what they told people who advocate for human rights. Which isn't as important as liking video games, apparently. Apparently. Again, I saw you motherfuckers do this. I saw this happen. Fucking happen. I saw it fucking happen. How'd it go to guy? My fucking Scottish grandparents. Fucking. How'd it go to guy? Yeah, I'll be in a minute. How'd it? Yeah, okay. What'd he say? I have no idea. But I think he can hear me. Yeah, fucking. Oh, jeez. I was a kid once. Anyways, yeah, this is the guy that you're shoving your brown nose into. The guy that wanted to win some shitty fucking comic, so he stole some other dude's work and then made an entire career out of it. He just stole some dude's work. And he got all the fucking credit. That especially pisses me off because I was the smart kid in school that no one believed was smart, right? I was one of 6 people that had 100% on all 3 final high school exams. All 3. 100% on each one. One of 6 people in the entire fucking school. I was in every butt fucking retarded class they fucking had. Every time. I I would get excellent grades at the beginning of the school year. Afterwards, it would drop to all Fs. No one fucking helped me. No one did shit for me. No one tried to fix my fucking grades. No one talked to me about this. No one said, here's how we do this. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. But I was so fucking smart before they put me on Ritalin and shit that I was one of 6 people in the whole fucking school. And it was a big damn school, too. It was a fucking big school. And it was one of 6 people. Right? Another one of those 6 was a friend of mine that I kind of had a crush on for a while, kind of, but not really. It's a long story. But she was in every honor roll class ever. She was in every fucking. She was in every AP class ever. She did multiple fucking bonus after school projects and shit. She was in the fucking economics club and in the fucking um, uh, machine building shit club and all that stuff. She was in all these things. And they viewed her like a child genius. She's actually not as smart as I am. I've talked circles around her before. I mean, she's not dumb, not by any means. But, you know, I was the smart kid that no one believed was smart. So people would cheat off me and then I would get blamed for cheating. I never cheated a day in my fucking life. So watching actual fucking cheaters get away with theft in front of God and everyone. Like he didn't even try to make it fucking, oh my God. He named it the consignment of the spheres, or conjunction, whatever the fuck. The conjunction of the spheres. It's called the same fucking thing. Ugh. Oh my God. You know, I'm going to write a story. I'm going to write a story. Because I used to write stories all the time. And I'm going to copy The Witcher. And then everyone's going to say I copied off of Sapkowski. Totally blind to the fact that he copied the fuck off of Moorcock. Oh my God. The fuck off of him. It's shit like this that just makes you wonder, why the fuck are we here? You know what I mean? Like, why, man? Fucking dick, dude. Jeebus. My jaw hurts now. Sorry, you guys had to watch me have a flare up. I get them all the time. Not as much because I'm on Norco. Those kind of calm down my muscles. But yeah, I get them every now and then. So yeah, sorry about that. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the video. You know, don't get caught. That's all I can say. Don't be this fuck. Don't get caught. Like, with a fucking horseshoe on your forehead and a pen up your ass. Caught. Like, fucking, like, caught. Like, fucking, like, we watched you pinch that lady's nipple. Caught. Like, you know, you were aiming for the spaghetti strap, whatever. Okay. Of the purse. Yeah. Anyways. I just wanted to say nipple. I don't know why. Oh God, I need to go lay down. It's late. It's 9 in the morning. I haven't slept since 9 in the morning. I'll just, yeah. I'll make more videos. I just might need to take a hiatus for a little bit because My jaw's all fucked up. I'm always tired. I'm not sleeping worth a damn. I don't know. Although I am starting to get views, which is nice. My circumcision video got over 30 views, which is pretty cool. My open letter to Razor got 20. My Shell and Lester response video got, I think, 18 or 19 around there, which is great for someone who only has like 11 subs. I mean, that's pretty cool, you know. I should do more from the heart videos where I scream into the ether. I should do more of those. So yeah. You know, I should get a traveling companion bard. I'll name him Zacklum. And he'll write epics about my story. Epics about me. And then everyone will say I'm stealing from a Polish man. Given the fact that a Elric story was series was canceled because they didn't want to get sued by CD Projekt Red, really fucking tells you how blatantly apparent this plagiarism is. Like, blatantly apparent. Like, everyone notices it. Except for the fucking fanboys of Sapkowski. Look, I like George Carlin. I think he's a great comedian. I don't think he ever stole a joke. But he was kind of an asshole when it came to men and women. You gotta admit that. He was an asshole when it came to the genders. He really was. I don't think he would really help this situation. I think he would have capitulated to feminist tyrants. I think he would have, because he has repeated feminist myths and lies, and no one called him out on it because everyone loved him and respected him as a comedian. When people are wrong, you have to call them out. You have to correct them. You have to tell them, look, this is what's going on here, right? You can't be afraid to say anything. You can't milo away in terror as your idol, whoever they may be, is a fucking asshat. I used to love Chris Rock as a comedian. I got sick and tired of him blaming Whitey for everything, though. Right? Fucking everything's about white. Don't trust Whitey. Whitey this, Whitey that. I don't touch a stove because it's white. I don't touch a toilet because it's white. All this, like, oh my god, he just won't shut the fuck up about white people. We get it, God. Like, you know, here's a YouTube equivalent for those in YouTube land. I used to love the goddamn podcast. I used to love that show. I got tired of it because for whole episodes straight, all they would do was talk shit about Trump. That's all they would fucking do. And I'm like, motherfucker, just get to the funny videos. Get to making jokes. Get to comedy. Get to, you know, making fun of dark matter. Just do the shit you normally do. Stop making it all about fucking Trump. God. Like, oh my god. Like, I just, you know, everyone I mentioned, fuck, I just made a video about Razorfist, for God's sakes. He's like one of my favorite fucking YouTubers. And, you know, I just pointed out, hey man, this joke doesn't make any fucking sense. Love the other content, though. Keep up the great work. But this shit doesn't make no fucking sense. That was essentially my video, right? You know, okay. And guys who love The Witcher, I'm sorry. Your hero was a sham. He was a scam. He was a liar. He was a traitor. If he should apologize to anyone, it's his fucking fans. To anyone, it's his fucking fans. He should apologize to, if anybody. So, you guys are deserved an apology. You are owed an apology. And I wish you get it someday. I really do. I wish this fucker gets called out. And you guys go, okay, at least that's over. And then we move on. That's all you can do. So yeah, just I don't know. I don't know. Just I find it so weird how people are, trying to out Shane Dawson for being a racist. It's like, isn't him talking about jerking it to little babies, isn't that bad enough? Do we have to include race into this? Right? This unequivalent, unrelated fucking topic. Do we have to include that in this? Isn't, oh, I jerk to babies. Isn't that bad enough? Like, fucking, isn't that bad enough to fucking, burn someone in effigy? Like we burned Bush in effigy? God, fuck. God, we were way too hard on Bush. What the fuck? Bush actually wasn't as bad as Obama. Okay. And everyone was saying, oh, Obama will be fine. He won't be no Bush. Boy, were we wrong. I'm getting off a tangent. I do that in my videos. They're my videos. Shut up. Don't judge me. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. You have a good day. Y'all take care. Bye bye.